Hey, check it out, everybody. It's Phil from New York Rocks, and we're rocking down here at Desire. We're here in Manhattan, and I'm here with Leandra Ramm. How you doing, Leandra?
Good, how are you?
Great, great, great. Now, you're down here today, and talk about what brings you here today, and let's talk about your music, because I heard you're a singer, songwriter, actress. God, you got a lot of things going on. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm on the cover of this magazine, a really great magazine.
Right.
So this party is a holiday party as well as the magazine release party. And I'm featured in the middle of the magazine. There's a couple pictures and they talk about my singing. And I write some songs with my manager, Fred Kasha, and we released like 4 or 5 singles in the last couple months.
Okay.
I have a Christmas song that's out right now. And all of my music's on iTunes and Amazon.
You got a lot of exciting things going on.
Yeah.
Tell everybody where you're from, though, and how'd you get started with the music? Go ahead.
I'm from New York. I'm actually from Roosevelt Island, which is a little tiny island in the middle of the East River.
You see that little red
Tram.
trolley?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And they're playing my story actually on the television, and they show the tram. But yeah, I grew up in New York, and I sang my whole life. So it sort of came naturally to me because all I've ever known is performing. I've done it since I was a little girl.
Wow, exciting. So now, I heard you do plays too. You act. You're like an actress in plays too.
Right.
Talk about that.
Yeah, I do musicals as well as operas. The last show I was in, I believe you saw it. It was called A for Adultery.
Right.
It was based on the Scarlet Letter.
Yeah.
So I played the role of Hester Prynne. It was a very dramatic role. And I had 7 songs, and it was very intense, and we had like 6 shows a week or something. So I do a lot of shows in the city.
Okay, now talk about the magazine. How'd you get approached with Robert Guida, right? Was the editor-in-chief of the magazine?
I don't actually remember how we met. It was just, I feel like I've known him for a while. We just sort of networked. And I was previously in Talent in Motion, which is a separate magazine that also is celebrating one of their releases today.
That's Brooks.
That's Brooks, exactly. And I was in an editorial section with my sister, who's also a model. And I was recently on television on Lifetime on My Life is a Lifetime movie. I was the season finale. This is one of my songs, actually.
Wow, look at that.
And
perfect timing, right?
So then
cover of really great magazine.
we basically decided to make this article about my whole life as a Lifetime movie since I just was on television about it. So this is the first time I'm actually seeing it, so I'm excited to actually read the whole thing. But the gist of it is about how I had a cyberstalker for 6 years, and I was terrorized.
I heard a little bit about it. It's very traumatic to have that happen to you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, being in the spotlight, I've been doing TV for a long time. There's a lot of jealousy and a lot of people out there, you know what I mean? They're very disturbed, you know? I have it happen to me, too, you know? And it's not a good thing, you know?
Yeah, it was horrible. For 6 years, I felt like my life was falling apart. And it was so difficult to get work and to do anything.
It's very hard to fight back, too, when you know, some people, they know some people, and it kind of like they can get away with that, you know what I mean? They support that, which ain't right. You shouldn't support that kind of stuff, you know? We should really be able to fight back easily, you know, when somebody's doing something to you like that, right?
So I'm actually trying to create new laws right now. They're called international law enforcement treaties, basically, that will prevent this type of thing from happening. Because right now there's only national laws. There's no international laws for this. So what he's doing is actually legal, which is crazy.
And the weird thing is you never did nothing in any way to hurt anybody, and I had the same things happen to me too. I never did anything to hurt anybody, and like there's so many people, there's really bad people out there, or they're evil and whatever, or they're mentally disturbed, and they, you know, and it shouldn't be like that.
Like this shooting that just happened in Connecticut. It's like somebody that's totally mentally unstable, and then he ruins lives of so many people. Right.
Yeah, I know. Something has to be done about that, and it's very sad and tragic too in a way, because it's like the holidays now, and you know, my birthday was 2 days ago, and
happy birthday.
Thank you. And it was very hard for me to celebrate my birthday and also celebrate Christmas, especially for the families. they must be going through such devastation now to lose a child, such a little baby, an innocent gift from God, you know?
Definitely. My heart was broken.
Right.
It's the most horrible thing, and they say that a death of a child is the one thing that you can't get over.
No.
Everything else, you know, you could, with time, your heart can heal, but the death of a child is, you can't get over that.
Well, you know what? It's like bittersweet though, but we're here because, speaking about this, because this is what we need out there. We need people to speak up and to tell the stories that are going on, like yourself and myself, that we had this abuse going on and this stalking and stuff like that. And people really need to pay attention to that it's really happening to us instead of being ignored, you know what I mean? And then things will be done about it, because, you know, if nobody speaks up, then, you know, silence that's what it dies in the silence, you know?
Yes, I agree with that 100%. It's all about advocacy, and telling personal stories. And I'm trying to get a lot of celebrities on board with me, so that I'm not just one person fighting against cyberstalking.
And it's the bullying too. It's the bullying. It's the bullying, the cyberstalking and stuff like that.
Yes, definitely.
That's really cool, man. You know, I commend you for speaking up and not being afraid and fighting back, you know?
Thank you. It takes a lot of courage, because actually my stalker could just pop right back up again, but you know, I just have courage, and I don't care, because I'm so past that at this point.
I had a stalker too. I've been to the police many times about my stalker, and I actually caught my stalker robbing me, breaking in my vehicle, and he got away with it kind of because he knew some people and whatever. And it's horrible that you shouldn't be able to get away with crimes just because you have, like, you know, some police and whatever. You know what I mean? That ain't right, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. So, well, you're here with the magazine, and you got a great career, and, you know, that's in the past now, and that's
Exactly.
gonna, you know, we got to move forward, and that's what we're gonna do, you know? The positive things.
I want to show you, this is
The spread right here.
yeah, the spread in the middle.
Yeah. You're doing amazing things, man.
Thank you.
Now, where was this? Where'd they do the spread?
This was filmed in Staten Island.
Okay.
Yeah, all of this was filmed in Staten Island.
Right.
The cover as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, I want to thank you very much. It's a pleasure, it's all mine speaking with you. Nothing but the greatest success for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you
and
so
Merry
much.
Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas. Happy
And you know
holidays.
what advice do you have for all the people out there? Let's say if they do have somebody who's bothering them or stalking them, what could they do? What advice would you give to them out there? Go ahead.
My advice is to really stay strong and know that eventually laws will be passed. And the best thing that you can do is just be true to yourself and not let the person get to you, not let the person get inside your skin. And I know it's easy to say and hard to do, but eventually it will be over. Like that saying, winter always turns to spring. It will eventually be over. And just focus on the positive things in your life. If you're being stalked, focus on what you're doing, everything that's happening, that's good for you, and try to explain the situation. The worst thing that you could do is be in silence about it and not tell anybody. It's best to be honest. A lot of people that are stalked are ashamed, and they don't feel.
I'm a little ashamed that, you know, a guy would stalk me.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are. I was actually. I like.
What is this? Guy's weird.
Yeah.
Guy's weird.
I try not to tell anybody, but actually, if you're honest and open, people will be more understanding and more sympathetic. If you don't tell anybody and then they find out later, it's kind of like, it's strange. It's better if you just say, I'm a victim, unfortunately. And eventually you'll be a survivor.
Well, there's been, throughout the years, there's been a lot of people that, you know, that stalk celebrities, and they still do. But I congratulate you for being, you know, strong enough to come out and, you know, telling your story and being honest about it, you know, and not being afraid.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, I want to thank you guys very much and for the beautiful interview again, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
All right,
Nice to...
have a Merry Christmas.
You too.
Okay, you're watching New York Rocks. Who rocks better than us? Nobody rocks like New York Rocks. We rock the best. And remember, don't be afraid. If somebody's doing something to hurt you, don't be afraid. Get out there and let people know what's going on. Peace out, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.